In the spirit of Valentine's Day, I want to ask you 3 simple questions. Are you lonely? Do your parents ask when you're going to get married every time you see them? Do you long for the warmth that only satisfying your bloodlust in the harsh conditions of life can provide? Well, unfortunately, there is no cure to being an incel. Killing Floor 1 and 2. Games where you can unfortunately not kill the floor. Fuck! But you may cover it in copious amounts of blood. Despite being a review mostly about Killing Floor 2, I wanted to take a brief moment to talk about the first game. They say you should respect your elders after all.
Old people are the greatest. They're full of wisdom and experience.
Bitch! Oh!
Released back in 2009, just like those of you who remember the legendary Leisure Suit Larry.
Pardon me, are you interested in saving the whales? How about you come back to my place and help me free Willy? Oh man, that was great.
And people say I'm not a romantic. The general gist of this game is that it is British, which means that your primary mode of attacking is melee-based. You begin your journey as a class and character of your choosing, and on your average day stroll through London, must defend yourself from the local bruvs. Even way back in the olden days, Killing Floor 1 had some great gunplay. There are lots of weapons to choose from, and everything is generally pretty good.
I want you close, babe.
The maps are lots of fun to play through, and you can download a lot of mods to change the game even further. Killing Floor 2 is basically the same game, just slightly better. The second game looks great. Models, textures, and gore have all been updated to help you remember that this game is rated M for many asses. The Zeds are not zombies, mind you. They are genetically engineered killing machines that got loose, hence why they don't have clothes. Thankfully, the developers realized that a bunch of Zeds hanging dong wasn't great for marketing purposes, so they instead gave a lore reason stating that none of the Zeds were engineered to have sexual organs. Which is ironic because one of the only female Zeds turns invisible unless they are trying to kill you, similar to many of the women I try to romance at the gym. Regardless, all I see when I die is ass. I think in the third game, they should amplify this effect by introducing the dreaded twerking Zed. Trust me on this, your sales will skyrocket. The sound in these games is always great. Guns pack enough punch and heat that anyone listening to them frequently is guaranteed to grow chest hair, women included. Many weapons are quite unique in the fact that they are completely made up and don't exist, such as the AK-47 versus the very real money gun that shoots paper bills straight from your wallet so hard they are capable of exploding heads if you buy the DLC. All these weapons sound great and I have no complaints. Finally, the soundtrack for this game is pretty good. If you frequent the BDSM store and listen to Screamo Rock exclusively while at church, like me, then this will be a pleasant, calm, and soothing soundtrack as it blasts heavy metal rock at all times while you introduce the British to guns. I'm not entirely sure how much of the music is copyrighted, so if the video just went silent for a few seconds, now you know why. If it wasn't clear already, this game is pretty funny. You can have a team that is composed of a medieval knight, a church pastor, a British gangster, and a Nazi, all with flamethrowers. The weapons range from real-world adaptations to ridiculous nonsense, and the Zeds are a lot of fun to dismember. The general gameplay loop involves shooting, stabbing, or occasionally blowing up the Zeds in various ways to suck the green juices out of their brains, which somehow turns into money. That's a real lore fact for you. Don't bother looking it up though. You then spend said cash, or dosh as the uneducated overseas calls it, at one of the 3D printers to get more armor, weapons, and ammo. The more you carry, the slower you become, making you the Z equivalent of a typical American citizen, leaving the local Denny's. So it's advised to carry light. However, this will mean that you have small guns and therefore inflict small damage. So by using the power of Big Brain, we can carry Big Gun to do big damage, in the hopes that we can out-damage the steroid-infused bodybuilder charging towards us. This game truly is the best way to simulate British culture and American culture colliding in the modern day. There are several classes that you can choose from that each have their own unique grenades, weapons, and perks. You may play as a quick SMG armor abuser, or in the rare instance that you have friends that aren't selfish assholes, you might even get someone who shares ammo or grenades. Although each class can use whatever gun they want, you only receive the benefits of your class perks by using your class weapons. Each class has a max level of 25 and takes fucking forever to achieve. There are a few primary game modes that range from endless mode to objective only. The real meat and potatoes, however, is the wave-based mode where each round gets progressively more chaotic until the final round where a boss spawns and shoots a homing missile at your friend, killing him instantly. There is also a weekly game mode that has the same idea as the wave-based mode, but with a little twist. Maybe the Zeds shrink with each shot, maybe they explode, maybe they have big heads, or maybe they drop the cure to cancer. Nah, I'm just kidding. At least, I don't think so. There's a lot of modes, and I haven't played them all. As I stated before, the gunplay is really good, and there are lots of guns to choose from. However, Killing Floor 2 always provides you with the option to use a British melee build if you crave the immersion. If you were hoping to get a deep, thoughtful experience that makes you question what is most valuable in life by playing this game, then you are shit out of luck. I can tell you that the most valuable thing in this game are the different hat options that can be unlocked through the loot boxes it tries to sell you. Normally, I would argue that loot boxes are a despicable form of gambling forced into our video games, but not only are they extremely tedious to unlock for free, but opening them will cost you real-world money from your disappointed mother's credit card. However, to balance things out, they also added regular microtransactions on top, so you can spend more money just to get one skin. Where was I going with this again? Oh, right. Story. The story of this game is vast and detailed, with so many levels that it is hard for the feeble-minded to comprehend. So, I'll give you the SparkNotes version. Sony, Microsoft, and Apple combine to make a super bad company that tries to turn genetically mutated things into living weapons. They escape, you kill them, the company learns nothing and tries again, only to let them mysteriously escape again, and the cycle continues. And that's about it. Have fun. In conclusion, Killing Floor 2 is the best London citizen simulator I have ever played. If you would like to check it out for yourself, it frequently goes on sale on all platforms. A third game is also on its way soon, so maybe save your precious dosh for that day instead of buying an expensive dinner for your loved one. That's all I have for you today. Have a lovely holiday, and I'll see you next time.